Yeah, guys, if you're traveling down Broadway, you see this amazing image on the side of a big garage door. It's the work of a St. Louis artist who is also the cover boy on St. Louis Magazine, getting national recognition. You will meet this really cool guy coming up in a bit.
There's a guy who lives in the Tower Grove neighborhood, and he's putting his mark all over the place in St. Louis, from buildings, boxcars, to canvas shoes even.
This year he hit the big time, dreaming up a retro bottle design for Mountain Dew. Fox News' Randy Naughton joining us live now from there with more. Randy?
Guys, we're on Broadway, right near the stadium, and here's that Mountain Dew bottle you were talking about. It's got the old miner dude on it, and it says it'll tickle your innards. Mountain Dew saw his website and said, we love this guy's artwork, and so they commissioned him to do the artwork for the bottle. And also, if you're in the market for a skeleton head gas can, Peat Wollaeger is your guy. And there he is, urban artist, Peat right here. You are responsible for this amazing looking mural, and you're also on the cover of St. Louis Magazine,
yes,
Mountain Dew. Folks are noticing your stuff.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been real good lately. It's, you know, I kind of have a unique style, and people are starting to pay attention locally and nationally. Let me give you an idea of how it works. I cut a stencil out, and then I use spray paint as my medium, kind of like silk screening. There's a train over there. We're right down by the riverfront. What I'm going to do here is I take this spray paint, and I kind of give it a pretty good run over here and here. And it's kind of similar to like a silk screening process, that each layer of color gives you something a little bit different. But yeah, it's pretty much just like a stencil like your granny would have used. And I'm just kind of taking it to the next level.
Now, sometimes you dress up as characters that you're spray paint. Like you dressed up, I look on your video, you dressed up as an albino alley cat, a
definitely.
dead fat comedian, a baby. Why? Is it kind of like performance art?
Kind of, sort of. I do this to help promote myself locally. In St. Louis, we're not the biggest art scene, but like nationally, if they find me on YouTube, it really helps, because I'll do a whole video, you know, dressed as an albino alley cat, and people will send those around to their friends, and it gets me a lot more exposure than just strictly a website. And at the end of every video, I put stencil.com.
All right, speaking of exposure, you've been all over. Name some of the places your art is right now.
I have some pieces in San Francisco, Phoenix, Arizona, all over St. Louis. Got some stuff in New York. I recently did this exhibition, the 11 Spring Building, which is kind of a project like this, but they took an entire building and they had artists come in.
You know, some people might say, come on, Pete, that's just graffiti.
Yeah.
That's a bad word to you, right?
To me, I think it's more like urban contemporary art. You know, it's kind of taken it to the next level. I mean, I respect graffiti for what it is, but I think this is kind of taking it to the new direction. You know? Speaking
of new directions, where can folks, and when they see your work and they love your work, similar to the skeleton head gas can, where can they get stuff like this? You have a studio, or is it for sale?
Pretty much. I have a couple galleries in town that carry my work. I recently did an exhibition at Mad Art Gallery, which is in Soulard. They have a few of my pieces there. You can always contact me from my website, which is stencil.com.
Stencil.com.
Like soul, like stencil, but stencil.com is the website.
And you're a cover boy on St. Louis Magazine. That's gotta be cool.
Yeah, they've kind of, you know, taken me in as their poster kid right now, and they've been real good to me. It's a great magazine. Pick up the new A-list edition. It's awesome.
But now you're on Fox 2, so it is on.
And now it's on. I'm on Fox 2. Sure thing.
Speaking of his work, he also has a video available, stencil.com, The Art of Peat Wollaeger, and you can see him in action creating all of these amazing things. So you guys, when you're coming down to the ball game, maybe going to Broadway Oyster Bar, stop by on Broadway. You'll see this amazing artwork, as well as some of his other stuff all around town. I have a feeling it's a name you're going to be hearing a lot more about.
Yeah. You know what? I think he's better